Gyanakosha, an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by Pact. Vedas. Rig Veda.
ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवज्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पतकान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः
Hymns on Varuna and Mitra. Mandala 2, Sukta 28, Rishi Kumbra Gasyamadha in 3 meter hailed Varuna. This lord of the self-radiant, wise Aditya shall be supreme over all that is in greatness. I beg renown of Varuna the mighty, the god exceeding kind to him who worships. Having extolled thee, Varuna, with thoughtful care, may we have high fortune in thy service, sniffing thy praises like the fires at coming, day after day of mornings rich in cattle. May we be in thy keeping, O thou leader wide ruling Varuna, lord of many heroes, O sons of Aditi, forever faithful, pardon us gods, admit us to your friendship. He made them flow, the Adityas, the sustainer. The rivers run by Varuna's commandment. These feel no weariness, nor cease from flowing. Shift have they flown like birds in air around us. Loose me from sin as from a bond that binds me. May we swell, Varuna, thy spring of order. Let not my thread, while I weave song, be severed, nor my work sum before the time be shattered. Far from me, Varuna, remove all danger, accept me graciously, thou holy sovereign. Cast off like cots that hold a calf, my troubles, I am not even mine eyelids, Lord, without thee. Strikes us not, Varuna, with those dread weapons which Asura, at thy bidding would the sinner, let us not pass away from light to exile. Scatter that we may live, the men who hate us. O mighty Varuna, now and hereafter, even as of old, will we speak forth our worship. For in thyself, invincible God, thy statues never to be moved or fixed as on a mountain. Move far from me what sins I have committed. Let me not suffer, King, for guilt of others. Full many a morn remains to dawn upon us. In these, O Varuna, while we live, direct us. O King, whoever be he friend or kinsman, hath threatened me affrighted in my slumber. If any wolf or robber fain would harm us, therefrom, O Varuna, give thou us protection. May I not live, O Varuna, to witness my wealthy, liberal dear friend's destitution. King, may I never lack well-ordered riches, loud may we speak rich heroes in assembly. Mandala 5, Sukta 85, Rishi Bhauma Atri in 3 meter hailed Varuna. Sing forth a hymn sublime and solemn, grateful to glorious Varuna, imperial ruler, who hath struck out like one who slays the victim. earth as a skin to spread in front of Surya. In the tree tops the air he hath extended, put milk in kine and vigorous speed in horses, set intellect in hearts, fire in the waters, Surya in heaven and Soma on the mountain. Varuna lets the big cask opening downward flow through the heaven and earth and air's mid-region. There with the universe sovereign waters earth as the shower of rain bedews the barley. When Varuna is fain for milk, he moistens the sky, the land and earth to her foundation. Then straight the mountains clothe them in the rain cloud. The heroes, putting forth their vigor, lose them. I will declare this mighty deed of magic of glorious Varuna, the Lord immortal, who standing in the firmament hath meted the earth out with the sun as with a measure. None verily hath ever let or hindered this the most wise God's mighty deed of magic, whereby with all their flood the lucid rivers fill not one sea wherein they pour their waters. If we have sinned against the man who loves us, have ever wronged a brother, friend or comrade, the neighbor ever with us or a stranger, O Varuna, remove from us the trespass. If we as gamesters cheat at play, have cheated, done wrong unwittingly, or sinned of purpose, cast all these sins away like loosened fetters, and Varuna, let us be thine own beloved. Sukta 68, Mandala 6. Rishi Bharadwaja, Brihaspati in Tristub meter, hailed Indra and Varuna. His honoring right, whose grass is trimmed, is offered swiftly to you in Manu's wise. According the right which Indra Varuna shall carry this day to high success and glorious issue. For at God's worship they are best through vigor. They have become the strongest of the heroes. With mighty strength, most liberal of the princes, chiefs of the host, by law made Vrata slayer. Praise those twin gods for powers that merit worship, Indra and Varuna, for bliss the joyous one with his might, and thunderbolt slays Vrata. The other as a sage stands near in troubles. Though dames and men have waxen strong and mighty, and all the gods self-praised among the heroes, ye Indra, Varuna, have in might surpassed them, and thus were ye spread wide, O earth and heaven. Righteous is he, and liberal and helpful who, Indra, Varuna, brings you gifts with gladness. That bounteous man through food shall conquer foemen, and win him opulence and wealthy people. May wealth which ye bestow in food and treasure on him who brings you gifts and sacrifices, wealth gods which breaks the curse of those who vex us, be Indra, Varuna, even our own possession. So also Indra, Varuna, may our princes have riches swift to save, with gods to guard them, they whose great might gives victory in battle, and their triumphant glory spreads with swiftness. Indra and Varuna, gods whom we are lauding, mingle ye wealth with our heroic glory. May we who praise the strength of what is mighty, pass dangers as with boats we cross the waters. Now will I sing a dear and far extending hymn to Varuna, the god sublime, imperial lord, who mighty governor, eternal as with flame, illumines both wide worlds with majesty and power. True to law, Indra, Varuna, drinkers of the juice, drink this pressed Soma, which shall give you rapturous joy. Your chariot cometh to the banquet of the gods, to sacrifice as it were home, that ye may drink. Indra and Varuna, drink your fill, ye heroes of this invigorating sweetest Soma. This juice is shed by us, that ye may quaff it, on this trimmed grass be seated, and rejoice you. Mandala 6. Sukta 69, Rishi Bharadwaj Brahaspati in meter Trishta hailed Indra and Vishnu. Indra and Vishnu, at my task's completion, I urge you on with food and sacred service. Accept the sacrifice and grant us riches, leading us on by unobstructed pathways. Mandala 7, Sukta 82, Rishi Vasistha Maitra Varuni in meter Jagati hailed Indra and Varuna. Grant us your strong protection, Indra, Varuna, our people and our family for sacrifice. May we subdue in fight our evil-hearted foes, him who attacks the man steadfast in lengthened rides. O Indra, Varuna, mighty and very rich, one of you is called monarch and one autocrat. All gods in the most lofty regions of the air have, O ye steeds, combined all power and might in you. Yea, with your strength have perceived the fountains of the floods, the sun have ye brought forward as the Lord in heaven. Cheered by this magic draught, ye Indra, Varuna, made the dry places stream, made songs of praise flow forth. In battles and in frays, we ministering priests, kneeling upon our knees for furtherness of our weal, invoke you, only you, the lords of twofold wealth, you prompt to hear, we bards, O Indra, Varuna. O Indra, Varuna, yea, ye created all these creatures of the world by your surpassing might. In peace and quiet Mitra waits on Varuna. The other, awful with the Maruti, seeks renown. That Varuna's high worth may shine preeminent, these twain have measured each his proper power and might. The one subdueth the destructive enemy, the other with a few furtherest many a man. No trouble, no misfortune, Indra, Varuna, no woe from any side assails the mortal man, whose sacrifice, O gods, ye visit and enjoy. Never doth the crafty guile of mortal injure him. With your divine protection, heroes come to you. Mandala 7, Sukta 83, Rishi Vasistha Maitra Varuni in Jagati meter hailed Varuna and Indra. Looking to you and your alliance, O ye men, armed with broad axes, they went forward, fain for spoil. He smote and slew his Dasa and his Aryan enemies, and helped thus with favor. Indra, Varuna, where heroes come together with their banners raised in the encounter, where is not for us to love? Where all things that behold the light are terrified, there did he comfort us, O Indra, Varuna. The boundaries of earth were seen all dark with dust. O Indra, Varuna, the shout went up to heaven. The enmities of the people compassed me about. He heard my calling, and he came to me with help. With your resistless weapons, Indra, Varuna, he conquered Bedha, and he gave Sudhas your aid. He heard the prayers of these amid the cries of war. Effectual was the service of the Trisu's priest. O Indra, Varuna, the wicked of foes and mine assailant, hatred sorely trouble me. A twine are lords of riches, both of earth and heaven. So grant to us your aid on the decisive day. The men of both the hosts invoked you in the fight, Indra and Varuna, that they might win the wealth. That time he helped Sudas with all the Thristu folk, when the 10 kings had pressed him down in their attack. 10 kings who worshipped not, O Indra, Varuna, confederate in war prevailed not over Sudas. True was the boast of heroes sitting at the feast, so at their invocation gods were on their side. O Indra, Varuna, ye gave Sudas your aid when the 10 kings in battle compassed him about. There There were the white-robed thrusses with their braided hair, skilled in song, worshipped you with homage and with hymn. One of you twine destroys the vratas in the fight, the other evermore maintains his holy laws. We call on you, ye mighty, with our hymns of praise. What save us your protection? Indra, Varuna, may Indra, Varuna, Mitra and Aryaman, what save us glory and great shelter spreading far. We think of the beneficent light of Aditi and Savita's song of praise, the god who strengthens law. Mandala 7, Sukta 84, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni in meter Tristip hailed Indra and Varuna. Kings, Indra, Varuna, I would turn you hither to this our sacrifice with gifts and homage. Held in both arms the ladle, dropping fatness goes of itself to you whose forms are varied. The Soyuz quickens and promotes your high dominion, who bind with bonds not wrought of rope or cordage. Far from us still be Varuna's displeasure. May Indra give us spacious room to dwell in. Make he our sacrifice fair amid the assemblies. Make he our prayers approved among our princes. May God send riches come for our possession, further years with your delightful succors. O Indra, Varuna, what save us riches with store of treasure, food and every blessing. For the Aditya, banisher of falsehood, the hero dealeth wealth in boundless plenty. May this my song reach Varuna and Indra, and strongly urging win me sons and offspring. To the gods' banquet may we go with riches. Preserve us evermore, ye gods, with blessings. Mandala 7, Sukta 85, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni in Tristup meter hailed Indra and Varuna. For you I deck a harmless hymn presenting the Soma dews to Varuna and Indra, a hymn that shines like heavenly dawn with fatness. May they be near us on the march and guard us. Here where the arrows fall amid the banners, both hosts invoke the gods in emulation. O Indra, Varuna, smite back those our foemen, smite with your shaft to every quarter. Self-lucid in their seats, even heavenly waters endowed with Godhead, Varuna and Indra. One of these holds the folk distinct and surrendered. The other smites and slays resistless foemen. Wise be the priest and skilled in law eternal, who with his sacred gifts and oration brings you to aid us with your might. Adityas, let him have veins to promote his welfare. May this my song reach Varuna and Indra, and strongly urging win me sons and offspring. To the gods' banquet may we go with riches, preserve us evermore, ye gods with blessings. Shukta 86, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni in meter Tristup hailed Varuna. Wise verily are creatures through his greatness, who stayed ever spacious heaven and earth asunder, who urged the high and mighty sky to motion, the star of old, and spread the earth before him. With mine own heart I commune on the question, how Varuna and I may be united. What gift of mine will he accept unangered? When may I calmly look and find him gracious? Fain to know this in I question others. I seek the wise, O Varuna, and ask them. This one same answer even the sages gave me. Surely this Varuna is angry with thee. What, Varuna, hath been my chief transgression, that thou wouldest slay the friend who sings thy praises? Tell me, unconquerable Lord, and quickly sinless will I approach thee with my homage. Free us from sins committed by our fathers, from those wherein we have ourselves offended. O King, loose like a thief who feeds the cattle, as from the cord a calf set free Vasistha. Not our own will betrayed us, but seduction, thoughtlessness, Varuna, wine, dyes, or anger. The old is near to lead astray, the younger even sleep removeth not all evil doing. Slave like may I do service to the bounteous, serve free from sin, the God inclined to anger. This gentle Lord gives wisdom to the simple, the wiser God leads on the wise to riches. O Lord, O Varuna, may this laudation come close to thee and lie within thy spirit. May it be well with us in rest and labor. Preserve us evermore, a gods with blessings. Shukta 87, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni in meter Tristub hailed Varuna. Varuna, cut a path way out for Surya and led the watery floods of rivers onward. The mares as in a race speed on in order. He made great channels for the days to follow. The wind, thy breath, hath sounded through the region like a wild beast that seeks his food in pastures. Within these two exalted earth and heaven, O Varuna, are all the forms thou lovest. Varuna's spies, sent forth upon their errand, survey the two world halves well formed and fashioned. Wise are they, wholly skilled in sacrifices, the furtherers of the praise songs of the prudent. To me who understand hath Varuna spoken, the names borne by the cow are 3 times 7. The sapient God, knowing the place's secret, shall speak as it were to teach the race that cometh. On him 3 heavens rest and are supported, and the 3 earths are there in 6-fold order. The wise king Varuna hath made in heaven that golden swing to cover it with glory. Like Varuna from heaven he sings in Sindhu, like a white shining spark, a strong wild creature, ruling in depths and meting out the region. Great saving power hath he, this world's controller. Before this Varuna may we be sinless him who shows mercy even to the sinner. While we are keeping Aditi's ordinances, preserve us evermore, a gods with blessings. Mandala 7, Shukta 88, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni in Tristub meter hailed Varuna. Present to Varuna thine hymn, Vasistha, bright, most delightful to the bounteous giver, who bringeth on to us the bull, the lofty, the holy, laden with 1,000 treasures. And now as I am come before his presence, I take the face of Varuna for Agnis. So might he bring, Lord, also of the darkness, the light in heaven, that I may see its beauty. When Varuna and I embark together and urge our boat into the midst of ocean, when we ride over ridges of the waters, will swing within that swing and there be happy. Varuna placed Vasistha in the vessel, and deftly with his might made him a rishi. When days shone bright, the sage made him a singer, while the heavens broadened and the dawns were lengthened. What hath become of those our ancient friendships, when without enmity we walked together? I, Varuna, thou glorious Lord, have entered thy lofty home, thine house with 1,000 portals. If he, thy true ally, hath sinned against thee, still, Varuna, he is the friend thou lovest. Let us not living one as sinners, I know thee, give shelter as a sage to him who lauds thee. While we abide in these fixed habitations, and from the lap of Aditi win favor, may Varuna untie the bond that binds us, preserve us evermore, a gods with blessings. Shukta 89, Rishi Vasistha Maitruvaruni, meter Gayatri, hailed Varuna. Let me not yet, King Varuna, enter into the house of clay. Have mercy, spare me, mighty Lord. When thunderer, I move along tremulous like a wind-blown skin. Have mercy, spare me, mighty Lord. O bright and powerful God, through want of strength I erred and went astray. Have mercy, spare me, mighty Lord. Thirst found thy worshipper, though he stood in the midst of water foots. Have mercy, spare me, mighty Lord. O Varuna, whatever the offense may be which we as men commit against the heavenly host, when through our want of thought we violate thy laws, punish us not, O God, for that iniquity.